Hello, welcome to your final video today. We are going to do 3 problems where we talk about how to use trig functions to find missing angle measures. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Alright, your first problem, it says for the triangle below, label the sides, identify which ratio you'll use, and solve for x, just like we've been doing. So again, we're going to label our sides the same way. I'm going to start with wherever my angle is, in this case it's x, and label the side across from it. That's going to be my opposite. And then I'm going to look for my hypotenuse, which is across from my right angle. In our case, it's going to be 51. And then whatever left over is going to be my adjacent side. From here, we have to figure out which trig ratio we're going to use. Notice we have our adjacent side A and our hypotenuse H. So I know that C goes with AH, so we're going to use cosine. Again, remember we're doing cosine of theta equals adjacent over hypotenuse. I know it's adjacent over hypotenuse because A came first and then H. And theta, remember, is your angle. In our case, it's going to be x. So we have cosine of x equals my adjacent over my hypotenuse. So my adjacent side is 36 and my hypotenuse is 51. Again, in that step, I was just plugging everything I knew into this equation down here. Now notice right now we have cosine of x. So x is already sort of by itself, but it's with cosine. And I need to undo cosine. The opposite of cosine is the inverse of cosine. It's cosine with a little -1. And then my fraction will remain the same, so we still have 36 over 51. And now the good thing about these problems is you're basically done. You just have to type that into your calculator to get your final answer. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how to do that. Alright, so as always, I'm going to start by checking my mode. I'll click mode, arrow down to radian and over to degrees. Make sure that's blinking on degrees and then quit. We're going to type in second and then hit the cosine button to get our little cosine -1 and then type in our fraction, 36 over 51. You can close your parentheses if you want, but you don't have to, and then just hit enter. So for this one, we have 45.09. Let's use green. We have 45. Oh, that's a highlighter. Let's not use that. The struggle is real. 45.09. That 9 tells me I round up, so we're going to have 45.1, and it's degrees. So you can add the degree sign if you want, but you don't have to. Again, to get your little -1, you're going to hit the second button, and then hit sine, cosine, or tangent, whichever one you're using. So we did second cosine to get our inverse. All right, let's look at your next problem. Again, we're going to start by labeling our sides. So I am looking at my angle x. Across from x, we have 1.3, which is our opposite side. Our hypotenuse is across from our right angle. So that's going to be this side here. And then my last one is going to be the adjacent. Again, I want to look at what information I have. So I have O, opposite, and A, adjacent. So OA tells me I'm going to use tangent. So remember, we're doing tangent of theta equals opposite over adjacent, and we're just plugging our numbers in. So we're going to have tangent of x, in this case, x is the same as theta, equals our adjacent, or excuse me, our opposite, which is 1.3, over our adjacent, which is 2.1. From here, I need to undo my tangent. So we're going to do the inverse tangent. So tan, and then you have the little -1 to do your inverse. And my fraction is still 1.3 over 2.1. Again, at this point, you're just plugging it into your calculator. All right, again, I'm going to check my mode in this video, but yours might already be where you need it. So we're going to click mode, scroll down and arrow over to degrees, hit enter, and then do second quit. Again, to get my inverse tangent, we're going to do second tan, and then type in my fraction, 1.3 divided by 2.1. You can close your parenthesis if you want, and then hit enter. It looks like my final answer is going to be 31.75. All right, so we had 31.75. Again, that 5 tells me that we're going to round up. So my final answer is going to be 31.8. Remember, if your like second decimal place is 5 or bigger, you round up. If it's smaller than 5, you round down. All right, we have one final example for you. All right, we're going to start again by labeling our sides. Here's my angle X, and across from it is 6, so that's going to be my opposite side. And then across from my right angle, we have 8, which is our hypotenuse, and our last side is going to be adjacent. Now, notice that we have O for opposite, H for hypotenuse, so OH tells me we're using sine. Again, we're doing sine of theta equals opposite over hypotenuse. And when I plug the numbers in, I know sine of x, because x is our angle, equals opposite, which was 6, over hypotenuse, which was 8. Again, at this point, we have sine of x by itself. So to get x alone, we have to do the inverse of sine. So we're going to do sine, and then the little -1, inverse, of 6 over 8. And you're at the point where you just go ahead and type this into your calculator. All right, I'm going to check my mode again, but yours is probably already set up if you're doing your homework. We're going to do mode, scroll down, make sure it's on degrees, hit enter, and then second quit to get out of that menu. To do the inverse sine, we do second sine, then type in your fraction 6 divided by 8, and hit enter. We get 48.59. So if my final answer is 48.59, we're rounding to 1 decimal. The 9 tells me I round up, so we'll do 48.6. You could add the degrees if you want, but that is your final answer. All right, thank you for watching the videos this week. If you have any questions or need any help, please don't hesitate to reach out to your teachers. As always, thank you for all of your hard work.